Why did the multimeter go to therapy? It had a lot of resistance to change. What did the oscilloscope say to the signal? You have always oscillating between good and bad. Why did the function generator go to the doctor? It had a frequency problem. What do you call an oscilloscope that's always making mistakes? A faulty frequency. Why did the logic analyzer break up with his girlfriend? It couldn't capture their relationship. What did the multimeter say when it was feeling overwhelmed? I'm reading too much into this. Why did the oscilloscope go to the gym? To get a better wave. What do you call a group of instruments playing together? A harmonious ensemble. Why did the function generator go to the party? Because it was a wave making occasion. What did the logic analyzer say when it solved a problem? I've got the signal. Why did the multimeter become a musician? Because it was great at measuring beats. What do you call an instrument that's always accurate? A precise measurement. Why did the oscilloscope go to the beauty parlor? It wanted a wave makeover. What did the function generator say when it was feeling creative? I'm generating new ideas. Why did the logic analyzer go to the library? To capture some knowledge. What do you call a multimeter that's always learning? A current expert. Why did the oscilloscope go to the amusement park? To ride the wave of fun. What did the function generator say when it was feeling excited? I'm generating excitement. Why did the logic analyzer become a detective? Because it was great at capturing clues. What do you call an instrument that's always precise? A fine-tuned measurement. Why did the multimeter go to the doctor? It had a short circuit. What did the oscilloscope say when it was feeling confused? I'm reading mixed signals. Why did the function generator go to the art studio? To generate some creativity. What do you call a logic analyzer that's always solving problems? A master debugger. Why did the multimeter go to the music festival? To measure the beats. What did the oscilloscope say when it was feeling happy? I'm on the right frequency. Why did the function generator go to the science fair? To generate some excitement. What do you call an instrument that's always reliable? A trusted measurement. Why did the logic analyzer go to the puzzle party? To capture the solution. What did the multimeter say when it was feeling proud? I've got the measurement right. Well, jokes apart, today we are going to delve into what exactly is a multimeter and what is an oscilloscope. What are these instruments all about? Let's dive in. Yeah, so before we dive in, I would like to say that multimeters are basically electronic devices. We'll get into it in a bit. Electronics is incomplete without measurement. Today, we'll explore instruments used to test and analyze circuits. What did the multimeter say when it was feeling proud? I got the measurement right. So what we have here is essentially a multiscope or a multimeter, right? So we have a multimeter here, and a multimeter is what we have here. And then what we have is an oscilloscope. So a multimeter, right? A multimeter is basically measures voltage, current, resistance. An example of this is that a multimeter can measure resistance of 100 ohms, so it can do that. And then you have uh, something called as an oscilloscope. So oscilloscope is an oscilloscope shows voltage versus time. So you can see here on the x-axis there's voltage, on the y-axis there is time, and it's essential for visualizing AC signals, which are basically alternating current. And an example of this is, let's say we have a 50 hertz sine wave, right? So that can be measured using an oscilloscope. Let's move on. So why did the oscilloscope go to therapy? It was struggling to find its frequency. What did the multimeter say to the resistor? You're always resisting me. And why did the function generator go to the comedy club? To generate some laughs. What do you call a logic analyzer that's always making jokes? A bite-sized comedian. What did the oscilloscope go to the beach? To catch some waves. What did the multimeter say when it was feeling anxious? I am reading too much stress. Why did the function generator become a musician? Because it was great at generating beats. What do you call an instrument that's always accurate? A precision performer. Why did the logic analyzer go to the gym? To pump up its processing power. What did the oscilloscope say when it was feeling curious? I am probing for answers. Instruments are the eyes and ears of electronics, helping us measure and analyze signals. A multimeter is like a Swiss Army knife for electronics, measuring voltage, current, and resistance. Oscilloscopes visualize signals, making it easier to debug and troubleshoot circuits. Function generators produce test signals, allowing us to simulate real-world conditions. Logic analyzers capture digital signals, helping us understand complex digital systems. Instruments help us bridge the gap between theory and practice in electronics. Accurate measurements are crucial in electronics, and instruments provide the precision we need. From simple multimeters to complex logic analyzers, instruments come in all shapes and sizes. Instruments are essential tools for engineers, technicians, and hobbyists alike. The right instrument can make all the difference in troubleshooting and debugging circuits. Instruments help us understand the behavior of electronic components and systems. With instruments, we can measure and analyze signals in real time. Instruments are used in a wide range of applications, from R&D to manufacturing and quality control. Accuracy and precision of instruments are critical in ensuring the reliability and performance of electronic systems. Instruments can help us identify and fix problems. Speaking of problems, function generator is not one. It helps us do and fix other problems. Use of instruments is essential in many fields, including electronics, engineering, and science. Instruments can be used to test and validate the performance of electronic systems. The development of new instruments and technologies is ongoing, pushing the boundaries of what is possible in electronics. Electronics plays a critical role in the design, development, and testing of electronic systems. With the right instrument, we can unlock new possibilities and innovations in electronics. Instruments are the backbone of electronics, providing the measurement and insight we need. Did you know that the first oscilloscope was invented in the late 19th century? The word multimeter comes from the Latin word multi, meaning many, and meter, meaning measure. Instruments are used in space exploration to measure and analyze signals from distant planets and stars. Oscilloscopes are used in medical research, to study the electrical activity of the heart and the brain. Multimeters are used by electricians to troubleshoot and repair electrical systems in the buildings. Designing instruments that can accurately measure signals in extreme environments or high pressures. Developing instruments that can analyze complex digital signals in real time is a challenge. Fun projects. Building a DIY multimeter using a microcontroller and some basic components. Creating a logic analyzer using Raspberry Pi and some creative coding. Designing a custom instrument for a specific application, such as monitoring environmental sensors or tracking robot movements. So now we have what we call as a function generator. So we have the next thing, which is basically a function generator, right? Why did the function generator go to therapy? It had a lot of oscillating emotions. What did the function generator say when it was feeling creative? I'm generating new ideas. Why did the function generator go to the party? Because it was a wave making occasion. Generator is used to produce what do you call a function generator that's always, let's say we can produce sine wave here. We can also produce what we call as a square wave. So a square wave can be produced using a function generator. And also we can produce a triangle wave. So something like this, right? A sawtooth wave can be produced using function generators. So the next topic that we have here is called logic analyzers. So a logic analyzer is essentially used for, let's say we have a digital pulse, right? Let's say this is zeros and ones. So it's basically used for debugging digital systems, capturing multiple logic signals at once. Now to recap and close. So we now want to recap and close. So I'll just go over some of the things that we had discussed in class today. Before that, why did the function generator become a musician? Because it was great at generating beats. Too many jokes for function generators today. Multimeter. So yeah, I'll just recap some of the points that we had discussed in class today. So firstly, we had gone over multimeter, what is an oscilloscope, why is it used. We also look at some applications of a function generator. Analyzer. Next, we'll delve into digital logic and systems. Thank you.